So I make a lot of videos trying to find humor or bring positivity to a cancer diagnosis. And people often ask me how I can stay so positive, and I'm not all the time. And there's been lots of times that I've struggled through my diagnosis. So I thought I'd make a different video this time and share some of those times that I've really struggled. So I got diagnosed at 29 years old in the ER on New Year's Eve last year. What a way to start out the new year, right? I was a newlywed. My husband and I had just gotten married 2 months prior. We were in the middle of building our dream home for our future family, and we were planning on having children. So that diagnosis hit me hard. So the smiling face that you see on TikTok was a puddle of tears that entire first week. I felt extremely hopeless and walked around with my eyes swollen the entire week. And it felt like forever to get to an appointment because of the holidays. And then my very first appointment was when the Capitol got stormed. I had no idea, but I didn't understand why people at the office were so distracted when I went in. And I remember feeling incredibly selfish afterwards, worrying about me when there was so much more going on in the world. But those moments were really hard for me because I was still trying to grapple with what this all meant, and nobody knew because I have such a rare cancer. Through my diagnosis process, I also had a small internal bleed during a liver biopsy. That happened during peak COVID cases, and it took me over 8 hours to get admitted and into a room. I was terrified, and it felt like just one thing after another just kept happening. When I got my biopsy back and I found out that it did come back looking like an oncocytoma, which is supposed to be benign, except it spread to my liver, which never ever happens. I struggled feeling alone when I realized that nobody else had my diagnosis. There was no research on it. There was no information, absolutely nothing to go off of, which is incredibly isolating. When we got the biopsy results back, we decided to go to MD Anderson so that I could get a second opinion. And after that appointment, I decided to move to Texas. We moved literally within 3 days of returning back home. And what happened the first week that I was in Texas? We had that historic freeze. Everything shut down. We were freezing in an Airbnb. I got chased by some random dude on the streets in Houston somewhere. All my appointments at MD Anderson got canceled. And I just felt like everything that could go wrong was going wrong. And once I finally did get around to my appointments, because of COVID restrictions, I had to go alone to all of them because my husband couldn't come with me. Having cancer is hard, and my journey has been full of so many tears. It's been hard sometimes, but I try to find positivity wherever I can. But I want to be real, it's not easy.